apply all your knowledge from playing in PR now to coming into the Jazz and the G League as a coach?
I think that, playing in PR, it just set me up for, building a lot of values basketball wise, getting to just to know that style of basketball, because in different countries you have different styles, you have different types of players. So that experience kind of opened my mind up to just the knowledge of, broadening my horizon, as far as with the basketball world. Playing out in Europe especially, and then in Puerto Rico, and then here in the States, that kind of gave me a good, well-rounded view of the basketball world. And I think that took that knowledge and that experience into coaching, because I was able to kind of relate that to the players, to be able to coach them the best way that I can, and to bring the best out of them.
And just as a follow-up question, you
Yes.
battled with a serious injury during your basketball career. How was the transition from learning to overcome all these adversity and now into being a coach?
It was pretty tough at first, but it was almost like it was tough in a tactical way to try to get used to looking at the game in a different way. But on the other end, I felt my hunger and my love for the game actually grew, because I really deep into the whole tactical and strategy things of the game. That really helped me a lot, because I was able to kind of use a combination of my playing experience and then what I was learning off the boards from other coaches, being in meetings and stuff and being in clinics, to just use that as a combination to help coach these players.
Thank you, Coach. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you. Coach, changing gears a little bit, can you talk about the city of Salt Lake? You've been in Utah for a couple of years now. How has the city taken you in? How have the fans taken you in? And can you talk about your commitment and love for the city?
The city of Salt Lake has been a great city for me. It's actually the furthest out west that I have lived here in the States, believe it or not. So when I came here, it was a very different environment for me. But the first thing that popped out was just how beautiful the city is. The mountains, and how nice the weather was. They have very mild seasons here compared to in the Midwest, where it's a little bit rougher. The city itself is so warm and was so inviting to me and my family that we were just able to make a very good transition to here, living here. My kids, I have two young boys, 1 7, 1 2. So they were able to kind of, acclimate here very well in the schools, and being able to, play with the other kids, because there's so many other children out here, and they're all very nice and welcoming. So, the city and the community here has been very gracious to me and my family, and I'm glad to be able to keep representing the area and the Salt Lake City Stars and the city itself in a good way, and represent them in a good light.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Coach.